Good morning. Good morning, Twitch fam. From a gray and dreary Georgia. How we doing? You're very cordy this morning. Whatever. Like I care. How is everyone? Hope everyone's doing well. Good morning. Good morning. Good afternoon. Good time zone. Happy time zone to y'all. We got no sound this morning. Where are my alert sounds? Alert sounds. Alert sounds. Tess with the 34 months of sub and love your face. Power Belly 38 months of sub and thank you so much. I appreciate y'all. How's everyone doing? Everyone doing good? Everyone have a good weekend? I'll take gray and jury. It's cool. Yeah, like this beats 100 degrees and 110 feels like. So yeah, this is good. Like I got no problem with this. So little sprinkles this morning. Whatever. I can just tell it's like darker in here than normal than the sun coming through the window. So yeah. How good to see a friendly face. And I'm so glad y'all are here. I'm glad y'all enjoy hanging out here, you know. Even if we're just here for like an hour at a time, it's good to just come in and like decompress and hang out. It's good for me. I'm not gonna lie, it's good for me too. I appreciate it. The service of the sun is Houston. I'm not gonna, like, as someone who grew up in Baton Rouge, Louisiana, I won't disagree with that. Brad, I got the Vinta Piloncitos Gorgeous. What an amazing ink color that is. Like, it's really good. Starting to freak out. I'll leave for Italy in less than 2 weeks. Is there pen shopping on the agenda in Italy? It's good to be here. You're all good people. I feel that. Definitely good morning, Rewizzles. We got a lot to get to today, chat. We got a lot to get to. I've all of a sudden ended up with a bunch of random packages. Kickstarter stuff, package from the UK that I'm going to test, that I was asked to take a look at, like a preview type of test. Alerts work today. It's a miracle. Miracles happen. Got something from the Gentleman Stationer, ordered some from Joe's store. Retro Shiba came in, my first retro. What a cool pen. And you got a really unique one. You got the terrible pattern. You got the one where you got the reason we do prototypes. You get to see Kimberly on Saturday. Nice. Yeah, but Skogsy, that is the reason why we do prototypes and say, oof, that did not work out as we expected. So, yeah, good deal. So we have a lot of unboxings. We have a cool giveaway today, which we're going to talk about later, courtesy of a member in the chat that's got a cool giveaway thing going on that I'm helping participate in. So we're going to do that later. I think we have 2 pens to give away. I have not unboxed it yet. That's part of the whole deal today. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 packages to unbox. All kind of wrapped. There's Glyph. I didn't know if you were here yet. So yes, we're going to do that as we go through the stream today. We'll do one, I don't know, we'll spread them out a little bit as I always do. We'll talk a little bit, do the giveaways. It's 5. Are you serious? It's 5 or 6? Okay, we're not doing 5 or 6 today. Maybe this is our whole week worth of giveaways. Like 2 today, 1 tomorrow, 2 Thursday, something like that. Art Knit Craft, 12 months of sub, and thank you so much. A whole year. And I binged 3 episodes of Pen Addict yesterday. What a time to be alive. Thank you so much, Art Knit Craft. That is awesome. Glyph, you are too kind. I read through. We'll share the Reddit post here in a little bit as we go through it. So, all right. First up, businessing. Well, not really businessing. Hype train, choo choo. All right. First up, on the giveaway front, we have one of the Apuntes notebooks. This one's really neat. This is one of those, like, do I give it away? Do I review it? Do I use it? And like this one, I thought this is one of the cooler ones. Crafty Becky with 100 bits. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Good morning, Slumberland Studio. So we were thinking about, I ordered a bunch of maybe like 4 different Apuntes notebooks. So I've got this one to give away. I started pre-packing stuff for the review crew, Sarah, Jeff, and Kimberly. So I think we have posture. I just scooched up in my chair because I was feeling slouchy schmeveling, so I think that counts. So I have one going to Sarah, but I don't think it's an Apuntes. I think it was a different one. Then I have an Apuntes going to Jeff, and maybe to Kimberly. I may have one of each for everybody. So I have a bunch of things. What's up, Barry? Good morning. Hope you're doing well. So go check out that giveaway. That is on the blog right now. All right, so y'all can go do that. New diamine. That is one of my worst pronunciations. I have to say it twice every time. It doesn't matter which way I say it. German market exclusive fountain fader, has them in their super sheeners. Yeah, I linked to Nick Stewart's post this weekend interviewing one of the guy that makes that collaborates in making these. They're really neat, really neat. Okay, so but that's that, and then. Good morning, Scientist Plans. How are you? The Black Wings. Boss Baker Chris, 13 months of subbing. Let's go. Let's go. Thank you so much. This was a portion of the Black Wing photos I was editing. Like, when I say editing, it's very loosely. Taking pictures and editing is not my forte. I just try to waiting for a Diamine G Arbon collab to break the stream. That would probably would. Well, we need the Ackerman, the real Dutch Ackerman names, like when they don't do like the translations. So yeah, the Black Wings are going live at noon today on eBay. What's my eBay link? That was not the most fun process. I get an A on my homework. Thank you, Italian A. I did have homework. I was what a pain in the butt all of that is. Chuckle Stuff, 14 months. Thank you so much, Chuckle Stuff. Let's go. Whoops. How do I get to... So, this is my user page. All right. Oh, look, that's been on your screen the whole time. I didn't realize that. So that's my user page. To these pencils will go up for auction today, and they'll be up for a week. So that was cool. All my information was on there. That was neat. I wasn't even paying attention to the right screen. So I got an A on my homework, but I got an F on execution. I got an F on OPSEC. I know most of the attention goes to fountain pens, but what are your thoughts on felt tips? Oh, I'm a huge felt tip pen fan. Staedtler, I'm looking at the Staedtler Tri Plus Flying Liner. I prefer the Secure Pigment Micron. I like the Copic Multiliner SP. Anything specific you're looking for? I'm a huge felt tip, drawing tip, plastic tip pen fan. So yeah, Secure Pigment Micron, Staedtler Tri Plus Fine Liner. Where's my Micron with the holder? I don't see it. Yeah, love a good fine liner. You use them for drawing mostly? Yeah, so archival. The Kuretake Zig Mangaka is probably the best as far as like tip retention goes. Do I have one of those in here? Let me look. It just has, it's the least popular color. Is there such a thing as a refillable felt tip pen? Yes. Exacting Vampire, 50 bits. 90 bits. Thank you so much, Exacting Vampire. Really appreciate that. So Copic has a complete tip and refillable system. They're very expensive. You can just refill the cartridges. Also, you can replace the tips. And we're going to unbox something today that is kind of up that alley. So let's do that first. So let's see. Euchers is refillable, yes. So what I'm looking at, y'all might want to look at the Euchers. They're built to have replaceable tips and then take fountain pen ink cartridges. The one I'm going to unbox today will be kind of like the familiar Kikuyo, for lack of a better term, spongy filling system. So let's look at that first. So I can't remember the name of this right off the top of my head. So it's from Tom's Studio. Go find the scented biscuit flare. Oh my. Oh my. Oh my. That was that's a recycled envelope. That was a huge mistake, chat. I'm gonna go unbox this over the trash can. Enjoy your chair. Apologies, y'all. That was unexpected explosions. Woof. I hate those messy envelopes. Yeah, it's fine as long as I have a place to get into them without going poof, without getting confetti bombed. But, whatever. All right, let's see what we got here. Let me get my camera. Let's see here. All right, so what we have here is from Tom's Studio out of the UK. And Tom, I think Tom, it is Tom, right? I mean, I know it's Tom's Studio, but I'm just making sure. You never know. It could be like the dog. But yes, it is Tom. Hope you're having a great week so far. Please find a shiny new prototype Lumos. I hope you enjoy using it. Please let me know if you have any questions, and I'd be grateful to any feedback you might have. I'll also send you a quick how-to video so you can hit the ground running. Okay, so this is along the lines of the refillable thing. So Tom's Studio, when you go to the site, someone can pull it up. It's tomstudio.co.uk. They make a lot of things. Tom is into like the calligraphy and handwriting, things like that. And so Tom reached out. I'll have some Dorset tea later. Tom reached out asking me to just get my feedback on this product. And what it is similar to the Kuretake refillable markers that I had, a couple months ago. It's basically a barrel built around that system with replaceable felt tips and like different tip sizes and things like that. So let's see what we got here. We do have some tea. We might hit that this afternoon for sure. Replacement tips, replacement parts in here. We'll get into that in a minute. But y'all will, if you have been around, you'll be familiar with this. So first feedback, Tom, is you need to redesign the packaging to make sure the contents are stable traveling from the UK to the US, because you don't want that. So first feedback there. It looks like they were just kind of tucked here, but there was there's no way for them to handle the travel by doing that. Okay, so again, Tom sent me this for free. This is a prototype. I think the final version is actually like a full brass barrel. So so there is one bit of advice. Okay, now this is cool. It's like a built-in, so it's built in to be packed around here, but it's actually not a good packing. It's like a pretty packing experience, right? It's beautiful. Like, it's really nice, but it doesn't function for structure. So that will be in my email to Tom. But if he watches this, I will point him to this video as we go through this. So very cool concept, but it's not the best shipping mechanism. All right. So what this is, we're not going to build this today. We're not going to ink this today. So what this is going to be, see, my felt tip is already smashed here from shipping. So it's bent. So we need to work on that. But I have the replacement parts here. So this is just an aesthetic bit here that goes on and allows you to get the tip on and off. It kind of helps seals the tip in there. So it's really neat. Gritty threading, again, it's a prototype, right? So I'm just, I don't even know if I should be doing this on stream, but it's a prototype. But the barrel size is good. It allows for 2 tip sizes on each end, and then capped. Why do I only have 1 cap? Is this supposed to go here? Yeah. So the threading needs to be worked on. Yeah, good for feedback. So yeah, and like the threading is probably like single start. Why don't I have a second So I need a second cap, Tom. So like this, it's single threaded, but it's catching if I don't put it in exactly right. Does this take a cartridge? No. So what it's going to take is, and we're not going to do this today. We got too much to get to today. So what it takes are the, like the Kokuyo. Let me get all this stuff in here. So it takes the, like the sponge fillers, right? So you can ink these with anything you want, right? And it'll come with like instructions on how to like build this and get it. But basically, you dip this part in ink, right? And then these parts, the little tips, go into here to like get soaked up in there. And then those go into the front end of the pen. Right, so I'll replace this tip because this one got smashed in shipping. Okay. So there you go. So then it'll be two-sided. You can use, and it's got the different tip sizes. Yeah, this is a fiddly pen, right? This is a pen for fiddlers. You want to have two different sizes of pins. So you have like a chisel tip, marker tip, also goes in here. Yeah, it's a cool idea. But you got to be willing to like fidget with it, right? So those are all the different tip sizes. So you'll fill this up. Let's see, can we get this off here? Let's see if I can get this off. So yeah, there you go. So that's what it looks like when it's filled. Does one side go into the bottom of the other? Like it's a two-sided pen. So you'll have this side over here. So like we could dip this in ink. Like we have the ink here. We're not doing this today. You only need one cap. Oh, does it flip over? I see what you're asking me. I don't know. I'll test. Oh, yeah, it's sealed. Okay. I got you. I see you. All right, so if I do that, so what you're saying, it would go like this? No, it can't go like this. Oh, it goes like this. So that goes like that, and then that goes like that. I'm tracking now. That was confusing. All right. I will definitely make a comment about that. Like that wasn't like natural, because this is what I want. I want to dual wield, right? If you're giving me two tips that connect to each other, I want to dual wield, right? I want this, and then I want this. I don't want to have to take it apart to get to the second one. So, yeah. We got to Darth Maul this thing. So, I think this looks like black ink, I'm guessing. We're not, again, no, this is blue. Looks like a dark blue, maybe. We'll test out some inks. I probably wouldn't lose all the piece parts, but would throw them in a drawer a year later and wonder what they're for. Yep. So again, prototype, not the final packaging, I'm sure either. So I will replace this part. Just looking at all the different tip sizes here. So these look like standard markers. A mini, this is a calligraphy tip, and then this is a chisel. Do we have any Borkings today? Yard guys are here, so there's definitely Borkings. Two caps would have to have different markings so you could tell them apart. I see that. I wonder if this is like a little brush type. It's a little pointer than these other two marker tips. And then we have fine and extra fine. There you go. All right. Yeah, and the tip sizes you can replace without replacing the ink cartridge, right? You would just have to take one side out, take it out, and then just put it back in the little sponge. How do you clean them? Really, you just flush these with water. Like these are flushable, if you will, is how they recommend to clean them in the other ones. They are cleanable. You just have to run water through them. But I would be interested to see how well that works, right? But any of these systems that I've tried before, they all say you just run these through water to clean them out, and the tips too. So any of the other ones like the Kuretake is the same thing. Same recommendation. All right. So I have some good feedback for Tom. I think this looks cool. Tom's got a bunch of cool stuff over at his site, so I'll have to check it out. How does this go? I want to close this back properly. I just keep ruining this part. This has to go in the screws. Okay. There should be felt tips, a chisel tip, and a brush tip. Yep. So there's felt tips, chisel tips, and brush tip, and then like fine line tips. Oh, so this is launch now. Gotcha. Oh, I need to put this on here. So this is how it should ship. I wonder if it came that apart. Like, this is a good idea. I probably would have shipped it like this. Do you think that the whole thing came apart in travel? Because this makes sense. So, I don't know. Maybe something just to tie it down or something. I don't know. All right. Cool. You think it fell apart in shipping? I bet you're right, because this looks normal, right? That looks like how it should be. But that's good feedback, right? Send something like that and see what happens. Now you know. Now you can maybe create a better experience, right? So that's cool. All right. Well, thank you, Tom, for sending that. Yeah, just metal on metal. Maybe this goes in here like this or something. So, all right, good stuff from Tom. We will we'll play around with more. We will ink that up. Maybe we'll ink that up on Thursday or something like that. All right, what's next? What is next, Brad? I have too many interesting things here. All right, let's do this. I think a lot of y'all know what this is. So I got my, a lot of y'all got your, yeah, I think it's good from Corolla. Dev, what's up, Dev? Dev is the awesomest streamer. Y'all give a shout out to Dev, even though my shout out doesn't work. Y'all go give Dev a super dope follow. He's an awesome streamer. I love watching Dev play. I haven't stopped by in a while. Oh, Dev is I love Dev because he's like the early morning stream, which I love. I'm an early morning person myself. So y'all go see if I can get this in there. I hope your stream is awesome. How's everything going? Were you streaming the show today? What were you streaming? Hey, hashtag API error. API error, API error. It's almost Madden season again. Good. Well, I need to come. Yeah, because you know I vanished during Madden season. I love Dev as a streamer. You know how much I love Dev as a streamer? I will watch him play Madden as someone who doesn't follow football or play football video games. Like, that's how good of a streamer Dev is. That says a lot. That's the highest praise I can give. Oh man. So yes, I will. I will definitely be stopping by more. Once we get through this summer and my schedule gets back, I will be a regular visitor because I'll be working more normal. All right. So I got the original content bag here. I guess we're not gonna be able to do this on the cam. So maybe we should jump back over here. All right. So this was a Kickstarter that was made from a member in kind of the pen community, stationary community, pen adjacent community. So original content bags, original content books made a bag, right? So let's see, and it's like kind of a mini carry bag. It's like a mini briefcase, and it's supposed to have some inserts for like a lot of your digital type of carry items. Tom Studio. You have to rewind the stream. Someone's gonna have to clip the big Tom stream. Tom, we gave you some live feedback on the pen. I have not inked it up yet, but we will follow up via email soon. Glad you're here. Glad you joined the stream. Is yours gray or black? It's gray. Was there a choice? That's gray. Is there a black one? So it's got a strap here, which I will probably take off, but we'll see. Yours is jet black. Did we order a specific color? This is absolutely gray. Here. Like, this is unquestionably gray. It's not just the lighting. Here. There's a black mouse on it. I don't remember picking color. Maybe we did. I don't know. Bright orange interior, right? So you open it up. So really nice at... Ooh, yeah, this is good. Evan Max Twitch, 38 months of subbing. Let's go. Toby has joined us today with his little toy. Thank you. I do not need a bag. I do not need a bag. I know, right? Mine is dark gray, and I thought it was black when I opened it. Mine is, I think, yeah, we're the same, Evan. All right, so let's see here. It has some internal organization. All right, so thank you for your help launching my new company, Original Content Bags. The case you're holding is a result of 2 full years of designing, prototyping, and building. I'm truly thankful for your help in making my dream a reality. If you have any questions or issues, please email me directly. Mike. Thank you, Mike. Big to-do list. You load up in its bags. I'm realizing now I don't have a good desk cam for bags. I am blowing out the camera, and this is a small bag. Okay. So what the idea here was, can someone tell me how much I paid for this? It was relatively inexpensive for like good bags, right? So can someone rewind and tell me? So the idea here is $50. That's ridiculous. That's ridiculously cheap. Yeah, surprisingly inexpensive. Sorry, you're correct. The exterior is gray and daylight. Gotcha. Okay. So the idea here is you have a bag that can carry your pens, your accessories, your laptop. It's got, wider sleeve over here. Pen slots of various sizes, notebook slots, wider slots, extra fabric here to tuck more things in. Is there a pocket here? And then kind of the key, which I thought was interesting, are these inserts, which they don't really like attach into the bag per se, right? There's like a magnet at the bottom, I think. Is there? Yeah, so that kind of keeps it. Hey, good morning. That kind of keeps it in place, but it's really open the bag. You can remove this, have more storage here, tablets, Kindles, paper, notebooks in here. Lots of different storage options. And then it comes with 3 inserts, so you can use it any way that you want. Oh, is it 4 inserts? So there's this kind of pin and accessory insert, which is kind of duplicative of this that's built into the bag. So that's interesting. And then you have just like a pocket folio type of situation that can stay here in the middle. And you can use multiple of these. I'm guessing they will all stick to each other, right? Yeah, they all stick together. And then we have this envelope folio, which is pretty interesting. So this is like the plotter of bags, right? You can customize the inserts for however you want. And then this one's like your colored pencil insert. Like, I will never use this insert, but like it just comes with it. So, right, it's no big deal. But like, I could just keep this separately, keep a stash of colored pencils, and put this. If it were the plotter of bags, it'd be $300. It would be. You probably need to add even another zero. It'd probably be like $600. So yeah, so pencils, I'm guessing maybe eraser and sharpener type of things. One of each black wing. Yeah, we could do that. So yeah, like, the cool thing about this is there's a lot of good going on here. At that price is ridiculous. Like, I don't quite fathom that. Like, it's a really good, and you know, it's got the waterproof zippers. This is an interesting pocket. So like, these are good also. You can remove them from this and just carry them separately, like a little small folio. Hang on, I'm gonna switch the camera and show y'all big size here. So you can use any or all of the inserts as they go. So again, there's the bag size. I don't have the dimensions right offhand, but I'll show you. It's like A4. So that's an A5 notebook on top of it, just to give you the size. So it's probably a little bit wider than an A4, but again, it's not designed for that per se, but it's designed to hold like tablets. Oh, I guess I have my iPad here. So this is, oops. So what's that? The 12-inch iPad Pro. So like, that's it. 12.9-inch iPad Pro. So yeah, that'll fit in there easily. So again, the inserts, this pocket A5, I keep calling it that, pocket folio. The zip in the front. And then this is more of your like pencil accessory pouch type of setup. So this is the same original content that made the folios. Did they make folios? Probably. I think Mike's done other stuff before. So then there's, if you can see this, the magnets right in the base of these here. For notebooks and notepads, yeah, must be. So the magnet is at the base of these. You can see it right here. Holds my iPad Pro 12.9 perfectly. Yeah, I think mine will slot right in here. And then this is just kind of like a really good, like, removable pen and paper storage. Like, this is really cool. Like, I should put all of my like my snail mail stuff in here, like stamp kit, all that stuff. How much weight does the magnet add? I wouldn't have noticed it. It's not extreme. Surprisingly little. And by the time you put stuff in here, you won't notice it, right? Did the magnets play nice with electronics? I mean, I'm not in a position to answer that question. I mean, I don't run around jamming any magnets on anything that they're not supposed to be jammed on. Does that make sense? Right? Like, I'm not going to go, hey, let's try. Like, I don't know. Yeah, so I think this was like the Kickstarter launch price. But overall, pretty impressive. So one thing I haven't mentioned, build quality. Like, for obviously just unboxing it and not carrying it around, I can't totally answer that. But the stitch work and construction is really good. Like, whoever his factory is, like, they did a good job. Like, me putting on my maker's hat and inspecting, like it's super clean and well done, right? You like look at all the stitching, like it's tight. Like definitely no qualms about the construction. But it was mentioned in the Kickstarter that it was tested. I guess you need to go look at the Kickstarter. I wouldn't know. Like that doesn't register with me. So just go check it out and see what it says. If that's a feature, then I would trust what he says, right? All right, pretty cool. Now the kicker is, how will I use it? Oh, also front pocket here. So let's see here. Oh, the thing that I do like a lot is for smaller bags to have these carry straps, like if you're traveling and you have like a suitcase, so they can hold. This is one of like my favorite like subtle features on any bag or backpack. So there you go. All right, that looks good. The quality here is really, really nice. It's a lot for the price, right? Like that is really, really good. So yeah, borking. Toby's gonna be borking for a while. Kobathor, 20 months of subbing. Thank you so much. All right, so that's the original content books. Book bag. Original content bags. I like the logo too. Pretty cool. All right, Toby. Just for clarity, or just for, I guess, what's the word I'm looking for? As I was putting this away, as I was raving about the construction, look what we have here. We have a zipper malfunction. So this is easily fixable, but the zipper here, the clamp is too wide. So we can pop that back on and bend it down. Maybe. That's a pretty tough bend. So if I pull this, it's gonna come out. So there you go. So that I can clamp down, but I shouldn't have to, right? So there you go. So Franklin Christoph has one of their regular drops today. All right, let's work on a giveaway, and then we'll have a couple of other boxes to open here. So give me a sec. I need to pull up some information for y'all. Online pin show, thank you, 11 o'clock. At 11 o'clock, y'all can put the link for the online pin show in the chat. That would be A-okay with me. All right, let me pull up this link. Unless, Glyph, you have the link handy to put in here. So Glyph here in the chat sent me some emails. Sorry, I'm checking out what Toby's doing. Sent me some emails. You do? Okay, thank you. About a Born Ready, thank you. You are on it. So y'all open up that link. If you can. So Glyph had a story to tell about a friend had a big collection of pens, and Glyph ended up with the pens. And unfortunately, Glyph's friend passed away. And had been suffering from Alzheimer's. So Glyph is taking these pens and doing a charity raffle for a bunch of these pens. They're still alive. No, sorry. I'm reading over my camera and I didn't get all the way down. My apologies. So Glyph's friend, my mistake, is suffering from Alzheimer's, and this raffle is going to support Alzheimer's research. So any of these, all of the details for these pens that are part of the raffle to raise money for Alzheimer's are on this page here on Reddit. So you can go, You don't have to be on Reddit necessarily. You can just go and read this information, do the donation, and you got that's what happens when you do stuff live, Glyph, without prep. And like I can read like the top half of the first, and I can read from like here up when I look. So I can't read it looking this way, but when I look this way, that's all I can see because the camera's in the way. That's why I keep doing this. So my apologies. So yeah, go check that out. So Glyph got in touch with me to see what they wanted to do about this. So this is kind of the outcome of that. On top of that, Glyph sent me some pens from L's collection to give away here on stream. So let me open this box up and see what we got here. And so thank you, Glyph. And I hope you're raising a bunch of money for Alzheimer's, and I hope L is doing well and hanging in there. And this is pretty cool of y'all to do, and y'all should definitely go support this. We're going to talk about this on the podcast tomorrow as well. So let me get this box here. All right. Let's see what we got. So Glyph is speaking my language here as part of the St. Jude stuff. For the people who want to participate in the charity giveaway, please don't forget to fill out the Google form and email the receipt to the email provided. I have a lot of people doing one or the other, but not both. I have not figured out a better way to do like a charity raffle other than manually. Like I don't have a good way to do it. It's always funny when people say raising money for blank illness. I know it's raising money for research. I try to always say research. Raising money for Alzheimer's research. All right, there we go. All right, let's see. What all do we have here? We should do a blind giveaway. Since they're all, you can only kind of sort of see them. How many do we have? All right, so here's the deal. We have 5 pens. So Glyph, it was 5. So here's the deal. So one of the things Glyph mentioned, and I don't know how I can manage this or not, Glyph and L would really appreciate if these went to like beginner starting fountain pen users as opposed to like our most experienced users like myself. These are not like entry-level pens. I think, Glyph, you can correct me if I'm wrong. Don't say what they are, but these are like, you know, like the just above the lower tier, like the mid-tier, you know, $50 to $100 type pens, if I'm remembering our conversation correctly. And with the intent that it would be great if we could get these into some more beginner-friendly hands. They're a little all over the place. Okay, I'm looking at the list now. So, yeah, so, like, I don't know if we want... I'm not really going to restrict the giveaway to, like, only, like, new users or anything like that, or new followers. I think if you have a lot of fountain pens, right, maybe sit this one out. Just let's try to get some pens into some less experienced hands. Is that fair for me to ask? Because I think that's kind of the intent here. Trying to no, I don't think like, and it's not like a hard fast number, right? Like, you know who you are, right? Like me, you know, I have 100 pens in this box right here. What am I going to do with one of these, right? Like, you know who you are. Like, if you're going to use the pen, and share the love of the pen, or if you win the pen and want to pass it on to like a family member, a kid, you know, if you want to think of it that way. So I'm just asking, I think that's kind of the idea here. Like, Glyph was nice enough to provide all this stuff for giveaway. And I think that's a pretty cool, like, little aspect of it. to kind of get these pens into newer users' hands or less experienced users' hands or people who are like still like figuring all this stuff out, right? So I think it's pretty obvious if you know yourself like where you are in the fountain pen game to go. Maybe I don't need the another, whatever. So here's the question: do we want to do this completely blind? Do I want to do a giveaway where the winner can pick? We'll just do we can do like this. We can do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and you just pick whichever number you want. I think that would be fun, right? Let's just keep it like completely random. And we'll do 2 of these today, 1 tomorrow, and 2 Thursday, right? Since Glyph sent 5 pins, this will be our giveaways for the entire week. That'll be great. All right. Make the winner pick a vague idea by shape and color. Yeah, totally. Okay, so let's get one of these going, and then because we got a lot to do today, chat. So go pace the week. Is 14 a beginner? No. I don't quantity doesn't have anything to do with like status. Like you can totally enter. Don't feel bad about entering. If you want to enter to get like a new fountain pen, you should. I think just the idea is we want to ensure that we at least make the attempt to get these into hands of people who are like still kind of new to the hobby, experiencing things, figuring out what they like, things like that. I think the few people in this chat, they know who they are, that they're probably covered and probably don't need to enter this giveaway, right? So I think that's just it. I think most of y'all are probably free to enter. All right, so let's do this. We're going to call this Glyph Pen 1. If you own a Nakaya, you are out. Factually correct. That's a good marker. All right. What about 2 Nakayas? Oof, I don't know. All right. So, not right now, Glyph. After I pick this winner, put the link back to the Reddit post back in the chat. But let's get this going first. Exclamation point raffle. This is live. Anyone can enter, really. We are trying to keep this to beginners, new people, researching people. I'll ship anywhere worldwide, except for Nakaya owners. Nakaya owners may not enter. I think we figured out our line, chat. So yeah, I will ship these worldwide, and then you're gonna get to pick one of these pens, or I'll pick for you at random. As I keep shuffling these on the microphone, again, Glyph, I can't thank you enough. And really good job at putting this out there on Reddit and raising money for a great cause. I'll always support that. So yeah, this is really, really cool. So thank you again, Glyph. All right, so after this, are we out of corgis? Ooh, first winner here gets the last of this batch of corgis. Just play with my new Bocomundo in the corner. Is that your punishment, Toasty Treat? Oh no. Are we going to get to guess what the pin is before you unwrap? Sure. So we'll do this. I've got some more unboxings, things I need to get through, because I think some of it I need to send out for review, which I have a bunch of review goods I'm about to send out, so I want to finish this up. And we'll give away one now and then one later. If I win, I can take a sushi. We have plenty of sushis. I have another batch of corgis. All right. Entries have stopped. Let me pick a winner. Pick a winner. Crafty Becky. Let's go. I think Crafty Becky was talking up to the raffle bot. I think there was some prep there. I think that's a rigged Crafty Becky. That's awesome. Congrats, Crafty Becky. Yay. Congrats, Crafty Becky. First win, too. Well, this is just winning across the board. All right, now comes the hard part. Crafty Becky. I don't know how I'm going to be able to do this, except we're going to go from top to bottom. We're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I'll kind of give you a little spin because there's one like really bright one here. I'll give you like a little rotation here in the camera. So that's 1. Like, you're not going to be able to tell anything. You're just going to have to pick by color. That's 2. So, like, 1 kind of had, like, a cap band, and it has gold trim. So, 2 is kind of a more solid color with, like, a rhodium clip. 3, I can't even tell. Caramely, greenish-y, brownish-y. 4, I think all of these are fountain pens, right, Glyph? 4 is definitely yellow. This one we can definitely see. It's yellow. It's got some rhodium trim. 1 still has the sticker. Jeez. It sure does. 1 still has the sticker. I didn't even notice that. And then this one still has a sticker on it too. They're all fountain pens? Okay. So then this one's more of a lighter brown marble. So is there any way you can pick between that? Or I can put them all behind my back and just pick one out for you. So what do you think, Crafty Becky? So there's at least 2 with stickers on them. This one, 1 and 5 still have stickers on them. Because I think we all want to unwrap. We want to unwrap whatever you pick. If you'll allow us, will you allow us to unwrap what you pick? Is it possible, Crafty Becky, for you to pick? While you're thinking, I'm going to get my next unboxing. Sadly, Elle didn't get a lot of time with his pens. Dang. Yeah, these were all from Glyph's Friends collection. Crafty Becky says 3, so that's 1, 2, 3. So this one right here in the middle. Okay, so let me slide all these out. So these will be, we'll do one of these later. Crafty Becky, do you want me to? Oh, please reveal. Oh, wait. Do you want me to reveal it? Yes, I can reveal. Okay, there we go. Oh, wow. Is this like an ebonite swirl? So it's a Conklin? That is crazy pretty. Is this ebonite? If these are nicer than the pens I own, I'm going to kick myself. Like, this looks brand new. That's like a 1.1 stub nib, goulet nib. Is this ebonite? Huh. And it's got like an eyedropper lock here with the O-ring. Interesting. Yeah, that's ebonite. It's definitely ebonite. Yeah. Really pretty. Really feels nice too. And that, like, that seal, that O-ring seals. That O-ring seals it here if you wanted to eyedropper it too, I bet. That's kind of cool. I don't have a pen with that O-ring in that spot. So then it's got like a Goulet Pens 1.1 sub, but this is like a Goulet collab or just like maybe the nib was added on. Really pretty. Hey, good choice. Oh, look at that. There we go. You got Goulet to confirm that it was from them? Okay. Neat. So there's the feed shot. Anything special about the feed? I don't know. You do like how the swirl is centered? That's pretty neat, huh? What's up, Alan? It's even on the back side. That's wild. All right, good job, Crafty Becky. All right, so let me, I'm gonna put this back in here. And then we're gonna Becky. Do me a favor, Crafty Becky. Oh, that's not going to work. Never mind. Okay, do me a favor. Just say, when you email me, tell me you won the brown swirl. Okay? Because I don't want to get these mixed up. And all the times I've done this, I haven't really done much of this. I haven't really made many mistakes, but I've made one mistake where I've shipped someone the wrong thing. So tell me brown swirl when you send me this, and hopefully this is the only brown swirl in that batch. Yeah, so go to Reddit if you want to see more of what Glyph's up to and help support Alzheimer's research. Definitely go check this raffle out. Crafty Becky, so I think Evan put the link into the chat so you can learn more about this pen. Let me see. That's definitely the shape. That's not any of these materials. So that, okay, so this, whoops. It's close to this material on the left, but it's definitely more brown. That's a very orange looking in this picture. You tell me you won the Nikaya, right? So I think it's this one, but this pen looks more brown than orange, like in that instance. So regardless, it's really nice. All right, one down, chat. It's the left one, but they oversaturated the pick for sure. Yeah, it's got to be it, right? All right, Glyph, thank you so much for doing this. I really appreciate you, y'all. Definitely check out Glyph's link. I need to make a command just so I can, just so y'all can. Let's do this real quick so other people, in case Glyph isn't here the rest of the week, we can share this link because we're gonna give away all of these pens all week. Okay. What do we want to call this command? Can we call this command Glyph? Bear with me 1 second. I'm going to add this command. So we'll just do Glyph. The command will be !Glyph, and the Glyph is with a 1. And that way we can keep this for the week. And I will put this in the show title so y'all will know to hit it. Let's see. All right, there we go. So there's your command. I will add that to the title. Y'all can spam that command all week. JD Lady, 47 months of subbing. Thank you so much, JD Lady. Oh no, Glyph. I am glad to do it. I think anyone who's been around me long enough knows that like I'm super happy to support like all charities, all platforms, all kinds of doing good in the world. We need more. We need as many good doers in the world as we can, and it's my place to help with that. So yeah, I'm glad to do it. All right. We're going to give one more of those away in a little bit here. So Glyph says, if anyone wants to send digi-snail mail to L, you can also send that to the Fountain Pen Charity at Gmail email. Okay, cool. Cool. All right. Ink Dependence Mike, 20 months of subbing. Let's go. Mike, so let's put Mike on the spot. Because I'm curious. I could ask Mike this offline. Are you doing any of either one, neither, or both of the big August shows? Are you going to DC or San Francisco? Just out of my own curiosity. Because I'm already having DC FOMO, like not being able to go. You're doing DC? See, I knew you were going to say that. FC Stockroom is a go. All right, y'all put the FC Stockroom link in the chat. And then I'm going to do this next box as y'all kind of browse through that. SF is far and right after school starts. See, yeah, DC is the weekend that my kids' school starts. Even though there's not necessarily a reason I have to stay for that, but it's kind of like the right thing to do. Do you shush, strings and pedals? You shush. All right, I was gonna look at this, but I'm gonna look at this. I was gonna get the next box, but let me just scroll through this real quick. Solid gold pencil extender. This looks like this seems like a machinist Paul type of thing for me to do. That's redonkulous. I bet Scott was pretty excited to make this. Oh, here we go. This is a rare piece made for us in Italy by our old partners and friends, the Ferraris of Varese near Milan. It will hold a full size or shortened pencils, the same design theme as our shorter sterling version. It's basically the ferrule, except real gold. Yeah, strings and pedals. Yeah, Annabelle is probably up to like some madness type of stuff. I wasn't gonna clink this. You're right, JD lady. You're gonna miss the best DC party. I know. It's okay. Like, I just have to be resigned to the fact that I can't do them all. That's what I'm telling myself anyway. Let's look at the orange one. Sick. All right, y'all go browse around here. I'm gonna do the same. Oh, look at that one. Y'all know I like the stupid bright colors. That's great. All right, y'all go browse. I'm gonna get this next box. Brad Bait Orange. I don't need any other pens right now. Like, I'm waiting. No personal collection pens until San Francisco, right? Like, I'm not buying anything for me. Midnight Olive is pretty. Both of y'all just put that up there, so I feel like I need to look at that one. Oh, that's cool. That's a good look. That's like it's like super modern, but it's also kind of classic at the same time. Like, I would be down for that, right? Plum 25 is mine. Already checked out medium sig. Where's the plum? That's pretty. What a color. All right, I gotta stop now. All right. Y'all keep looking, though. All right, let's see the small box first. I ordered a couple. I needed something from JetPens, something small. Didn't see anything that screamed to me, but I also bought 3 pens in Japan online. I'm going to DC. Yeah. What is Ghost Birds? I saw this one. That looks pretty cool. I need to ink up one of my Ghost pens. That's been a while. I should probably do that. All right, I needed a couple of things. I have a very small box from JetPens. There were some. I was researching something. Oh, I think that donut. That donut fanny pack I gave away last week. I was researching, and they had some little cases. Some like real small traditional like open pouch cases. So I think that's all I didn't get much here. So yeah, they just had some neat colors. Oh, I know what I ordered. I forgot about this. All right, let's switch it off of here. They need a bigger sman and call it a s'more. Tam Servo, that is genius. Genius. All right, stationary people, I need digital organization unit assistance. I need a laptop bag for a 17-inch laptop. All right, this is Ink Dependence Mike's realm. Check out, let Ink Dependence Mike can help you out that. I was gonna say, like, check out what Tom Ben's got, and Rickshaw. Those are like a lot of the popular ones in our community. Is Tom Ben and Rickshaw. Did you see the Edison Collier Grand with the number 8 nib? I did. It's very pretty. All right, I think we've done this one before. I can't remember. Oh, maybe not. For that in sleep of death, what dreams may come when we have shuffled off this mortal coil. Must give us pause. There's the respect that makes calamity of so long life. Thou know'st 'tis common, all that lives must die, passing through nature to eternity. What happened to Lionel? Paper cut. It bled a little. You get him, Lionel. Paper cut. Paper cut. True. Y'all know it's true. Y'all know it's true. I don't think I've had that one before. Y'all know it's true. I'm the worst. I'm the worst. All right. I forgot. This is what I had to order, chat. Because I said I was going to do a giveaway on the blog. I'm going to do a giveaway one day on the blog just for this 10-pack of blotter paper and see how few people enter. It's going to be the least entrance ever in a giveaway, but I'm going to do it because I'm stupid that way. I don't know what this red thing is, though. Did I order this? All right. So there's your expensive... Oh, yeah, I did. That's a pair of scissors. Scissors are for me, chat. Topo will put them on sale once or twice a year. Topo Designs and Patagonia will do bag sales once or twice a year, and you can get some good quality bags for under $100. You just have to wait, and like black probably won't be available. Mason Rock 88, thank you for the follow, appreciate you. So yeah, I just ordered this blotter paper for me to do kind of a joke-y type of giveaway, but I'm also dead serious in that I love this product. So it's a 10-pack, 10-pack of Pochette Bouvards. Could be a French band name. Yeah. So the scissors, I like my scissors, so I need another cool pair of desk scissors. I bought this brand I'm not familiar with, Silky. Someone else will make them. Good Design Award winner. And there's like what's cool about these is there were like 4 different sizes of them as far as blade length. Right now I got the shortest ones. So I don't know the different ranges, but they have from short to long. Timbuktu could be a good choice too as well. From Corolla, I love those blotter sheets, right? They're great. So yeah, I like good scissors. So yeah, 17 the Topo Mountain briefcase. Topo Mountain briefcase, yeah, that's what it's called. I don't know if they still make that one. That would be a great choice because it has a briefcase strap and a backpack strap for depending on how you want to carry it. I like the little packaging here. I mean, that's dumb little cheap packaging, but it's good. It's correctly shaped and stuff. All right, this is what I saw on when I was doing the fanny pack giveaway. I didn't realize they made little stationary pouches. Mountain briefcase might not fit a 17. I agree. That is definitely going to be a challenge. So these I just wanted to check out, and obviously I bought some to give away later. It's just an open pouch, but it's in the I think this is 400 denier weight nylon, and it's lined. So it's just a neat little open pouch for accessories, right? Like this is just exceedingly simple, but really kind of useful and good quality. So yeah, like I would totally rock this bag. Like I bought it probably just like to put cables in. Like I'll use one of these. Like it's Like, y'all think I'm crazy? It's just fantastic. It's so simple. It is dead simple. I mean, it probably cost them like $2 to make this, if that. Like, it's like not that crazy as like materials or construction, but it just looks good. And it's built well, right? It's built to have like a flat bottom. It's not like an envelope. Cool color. Yeah, I picked this one out of the packaging for a reason. Like, this is probably the one that I'll keep for myself. And then we'll do, I can go ahead and open these. I don't need to save this packaging. That one's called Charcoal and Grassy. This one's called Beige and Teal. And they're just like a little boxy pouch. So I'm not going to give away these today since we're doing Gliffy's giveaway. This one's cool. It's kind of like a 3-tone. This one 3? Yeah, I guess they have 3 colors on each instead of a 2-tone. So you have beige and teal. I just didn't see these when they first came up on JetPens, so I wanted to grab a few. And they're less than 20 bucks, I'm pretty sure. They're pretty cheap. And then the last one is navy and mustard. So like, this isn't even something I'll review necessarily. Maybe, but it's like, hey, it's a pouch. It works great to throw stuff in. The construction is good. The end. And they look cool. These are going to go straight into the icebox. Give away something for the Nakaya owners. Nakaya owners only giveaway. I should give away questionable sushi to the Nakaya owners only giveaway. So yeah, navy and mustard. So, I mean, they're just cool. Like, this is the kind of stuff I like. I've had my Timbuktu laptop bag for like 20 years and it's like new. Yeah. Like, most of these bags that we're recommending, I think are going to last you like really, really long time. Like, I'll fall short of saying like it's an investment, but like you're not going to be looking for a new bag anytime soon. That it's not going to wear out, put it that way. All right, cool donut accessory bags. I'm going to put these two straight into the icebox. Buy once, cry once. Put these right into the icebox of happiness, and then I'm going to keep the one for Namiki winner Vlad that he likes the least that I like the most. I think that sums up our relationship really, really well. So those go. We'll give those away later, next week or so. Okay? And then I'm going to take this and throw it somewhere for me to use. All right. You can get a deal if you're willing to wait and maybe like compromise on the size. Like, you still like Namiki's? Yeah, true. If you can find a Topo design model that holds a 17 or a Patagonia model that holds a 17 and just watch for a sale, both of those go under $100 on some of the models for sure. I've definitely bought some. What were those bag things? They're just the donut. I forget the name of them. It's just called the donut pin case. All right, we're gonna do another unboxing, and then we'll do the second glyph giveaway. All right, we got a box here. I ordered some stuff from the Gentleman Stationer store. My friend Joe Crace runs the Gentleman Stationer. He's got some cool stuff in the shop. Forget what, I think there was a desk pad or something, like a keyboard pad that he had that I thought was interesting. So I ordered that, and then I ordered something else that I've been wanting to order for quite a while. They spelled donut wrong, right? All right, so let's see how we're gonna do this. Oh, okay. This is, I think he threw in something free. Nice. Okay, I'm just looking at what I ordered here. Because things right here on the top, I did not order. So he gave me these. We'll give these away or review them or something. So Joe sent me these. He carries Lockbee. Very popular pen case maker, notebook cover maker. And they're making some different, so this is the tool roll. What's this one called? The Quattro. So let's look at these real quick. We can review or give it a... It was the correct dough nut. The right pads one? I think so. I can't remember. Maybe I didn't order it. So Lockbee makes cool cases like the wax canvas material. So this one is just a small carry case. Lockbee for daily use. So slots on each side. I don't know what the baby slot is for. All right, Brad's gone silent because he has a lot of design issues with this case. As cool as it looks. Okay, I like that. I like the outside package. It's an interesting design decision. It's to keep the pen slots offset, but it doesn't really help because things move in multiple directions. My question would be, the baby slots are designed for the offset. How about not doing... You're creating a solution for a problem that shouldn't exist in the first place. I'm really thinking about this, chat. Like, I see what y'all are saying, right? So the pen's offset by clip. Like, I guess as long as you don't put the clips out, as long as everything's tucked in, it'll offset. But does it, though? All right. You know what? I'm not even gonna put the clips out. Like, I completely understand what y'all are saying. What I'm saying is design something else. Like, this isn't the design if you're telling, like, I've built it so, like, they technically offset, right? If I smush it over. Like, I mean, it works. I guess this is just out of my... Yeah. Oh, it totally works. Like, I know what y'all are saying, and it works for what it is. What my designer brain is having trouble with is... There's so much wasted space. Like, it's... Make a 3 pens on one side and blank and half. It's really nice. Like, it's really well made. It's really cool looking. The concept is messing me up. So my apologies. My apologies to the Lockbee Estates. Like, yeah. Okay. It's nice. We'll be giving... I mean... Joe was kind enough to send these to me for free. I'll definitely be giving these away. Maybe review. I'll have to think about reviewing them and see what's up. Like, it's certainly well made. It's really nice. Yeah, it's like it would just never be on my drawing board to come up with this design. Like, not that I'm right or wrong, but it's just like it doesn't add up to me in like a technical design aspect. It's really pretty and it's really well made and it feels great. It's a great size. This maybe answers the question that we had about what's the Tallulah alternative. Like, this might be an option. But I'd like, if the Tallulah alternative, I would think would have a pocket on the inside. The 3 up and 3 down case, yeah, that one breaks my brain too. I'm not gonna lie. Because your Tallulah knock is close to this. Not necessarily. All right, so this is a pen roll, a tool roll. All right, that's cool. So keep all your different things in here. Yeah, cool. Like I'd have to fill this up. I'd have to fill this up to see how it rolls, but it should be pretty good. Sorry, I'm just thinking about this here. Yeah. I like the double-sided covers. Cover both sides, keeps everything in. Yeah, cool. This should be good. Fill it up. Nah, I'm running out of time today. I don't want to, if I fill it up, I have to unfill it. I always worry with roll, like, does it squish your stuff together? Yeah, so, like, it's not going to end up flat, right? So it'll end up. Oh, it's got to go this way. I guess I'm going to have to fill it up, aren't I? Fine, I'll fill it up. Pocket notebooks fit in the back slot? What do you mean? Are you talking about here or that other case? Must be the other case. All right. Let's see what we got here. Good morning, Berry Sushi. How are you? I am testing out the Diplomat Magnum. I inked that up yesterday. I'm not going to totally overload it, but we're just going to put stuff that I have handy here. Stopping by for some product first look reviews. Well, you're looking at it right now. We've had a bunch of first looks today. What if I put the clips out? I always test first with the clips out, even though I don't necessarily always carry them with the clips out. I tend to just slide the clips in. All right, I should put something in here, right? How about this? Washi tape and a chapstick. Good. All right. Good. Chat, feeling good. iPhone, yeah. I'm worried about this last pocket. Like that's like too close to the edge, the last loop. I saw that before I even put this in there. I was questioning that, but that just needs to be not there. So we're gonna do this. If you put a pocket in, you would fold instead of roll. It's essentially a fold anyway. So then we'll groove this in here. Yeah, like it's not too big. It is supposed to be for tools though, yes. But they're a stationary company, so they're calling it a tool wrap, but it's mostly for stationary. Like this totally works. It's not overly large, honestly. Like for what it is. Like it holds a lot and it's big, but I don't think it's too big by any stretch. Yeah, I think it's good. What is the brand of the colorful pouches? This one or the previous pouches? This is Lockbee. The previous ones were Donut. Yeah, it rolled up well, to be honest. I would worry about the pens. Yeah, like I wouldn't use this like for fountain pens. Personally. I'm sure people do, but like that wouldn't be my thing. I would use it for standard pens. But it's cool, like if you need a bunch of stuff all together. I mean, I prefer this design than the previous case, if I'm being quite honest. Like I'm not sure. I like the look of the other case. This one's just a weird one. Sizzling Cloud, thank you for the follow. I mean, this one's pretty just normal, straight up tool roll. Looks good. Are you an influencer, Bloomins? Could be. All right, pretty cool. I like that. All right, so Joe included these in my order. We'll be giving these away later. These will go to the Icebox of Happiness, or maybe on the blog. I'll see what I want to do with these. Let's put them in here for now. All right, now to the stuff I ordered. Greg with the gifted sub. Thank you so much, Greg. I appreciate that. Sizzling Cloud. Enjoy your gifted sub. Enjoy your emotes. Thanks for joining us. Let's see here. All right, so I bought some more of the sandglass because I like mine so much. Get it, Toby. Drop the washi tape. So I bought a couple of the sandglasses for a giveaway. I have mine, right? He was really considering it. He was like looking at it. What is this rolling across the thing? So I have my sandglass that I keep on the desk. This is a 15-minute one. So there's different timers by the amount of sand and the size of the hourglass. I just think they're a really cool desk accessory. So I bought a couple for future giveaways. Let's see. How sturdy are they? I don't know how to answer that question. I mean, they're glass. They have cats. I mean, I've knocked them over on my desk like this before. But if they hit the ground, I would imagine like the weight would probably break them. I've knocked mine over like this plenty of times. Throw it. I should throw it. I just like them so much. I broke mine recently, different brand. These are High Tide, I believe. High Tide, yeah. Please stop me from buying an hourglass. Well, hopefully you can win one of these one day when I decide to give them away. So I bought some baby ones. I bought some 5-minute ones. Maybe this is what y'all need. So this is the little baby 5-minute one. This one's like in a teal kind of color. So here's the difference. So this is my 15-minute one, and then this is a 5-minute one. How cool is that? So yeah, that's teal. And then what other color did I get? Doesn't say. Oh, must be a darker green. Yeah, the color is great. It's definitely great for like work breaks, writing breaks, any kind of stuff like that. That's totally how I use mine. Like focus breaks. That's why I got a 15-minute one. The 15-minute one's good. So there's the green one. So I got a green and a teal. So I'll give these away at a later date. I'm definitely gonna give one of these away on the blog because I think they're super cool. And I like that Joe carries a bunch of the different colors and different sizes of them. So cool, right? I like the size. So I ordered those. For giveaways. So anyway, that's the sand glass, and it's got these from gentlemanstationer.com. This is what brought me there. Just this little date pad. I'm just kind of curious. It's like it's a keyboard pad, right? It's really like a desk pad. It should be the base of your keyboard, and it's not really like, no one's really gonna like write on this, but it's kind of made to fit on like a desk setup. The new colors, they definitely tempted me. So yeah, it was just something to play with. They have like 3 different like color edges. This is the yellow one. So weekly pad, 74 sheets, exquisitely practical tools for your desk and life, WMS and Co. So it's basically just like a task list for every day. That's cool. Yeah, just something to play around with. Maybe something to review, something to give away, something like that. I always like these desk type of pads, either the horizontal or even vertical pads. Like if you're working at desk all the time, I like having the smaller pads, either like in the vertical or the horizontal format, that just they fit in better with a lot of workspaces than with a traditional notebook, which I also ordered this, that you're having to open, and you know the cover is getting onto the thing you're working on. So I always use like a top-bound pad, or sometimes like I use the Pano book, or a notebook that would fold, like a spiral bound notebook that would fold all the way back. So, but never like a traditional like hardbound notebook. So I bought this just because I haven't had one of these yet. I keep meaning to order one of these, the hardbound ones from Right. This might be my next notebook that I use. I got to think about what I'm going to do with this. So, but yeah, like this is like an interesting design. Like it's not new or unique, but I think they're very, very useful in what they offer to people who like work a lot at their desk. So yeah, it's good. It's good. And this is more of like a task list idea, where the Pano book would be more just like a traditional notebook, but in a very different like orientation. Like I use my Pano book a lot in the vertical orientation like this. So, you know, next to a keyboard and then write down. So it's very cool. All right, in the right grid journal. And then I got a couple of, what did I get here? Dot grid, right? Dot grid, 160 pages. Cool. I like these cloth covers. All right, then I got some cool washi tape. I got skulls from iLoot Papery, iLoot Papery washi tape. So this one has skulls. It's like little silly skulls and like a little wreath. So that's cool. And then I had to get this one. That's what it says as you roll this out. Like, I mean, how was I not buying this? Sorry, 18 plus stream. Avert your eyes. But this is great. It's like all around the flowers and stuff. Same company, I Loot Potpourri. So Joe carries. There were a bunch of these types of washi tapes. Like I very much like these. So yeah, pretty cool. How do you not buy that? Like for someone who's a like just a grown human but with a child on the inside, like how was I not buying that? Right? Like it was not even a question whether that was coming home with me. All right, that's the unboxings for today. There's a lot of stuff that I've had just like pop up over the course of the last week or so. So let me just scooch this out of the way, then we'll get to our last giveaway. Going in on the pens again, chat. Where did the Lockbee cases go? Good morning, sunshine. All my kids are awake now. I only count the furry one, though. Oh yeah, I put the Lockbee cases in the icebox of happiness. Very cool. They have a chicken one that says "Cluck It." Nice. All right. We have the next glyph giveaway. Can anyone remember the command? I remember the command. Do y'all know the command? So we get to have bubble wrap ASMR. I'm trying to hide all this stuff. All right, let's see what we got here. Is it cheating? If I remember, it is cheating. Yeah, Talonate. And I'll start putting, for like the next 2 days, I'll put it in the title, the stream title. If you ever see like an exclamation point in the title, that means there's something new that like the streamers probably want you to like check out. So if I put in like exclamation point and glyph, it's gonna send you to this link to our friend Glyph, who is doing a charity auction to raise money for Alzheimer's research. So this is really cool. That link will take you to a much larger Reddit auction, and you can learn how to join that via that link there. And in conjunction, Glyph has done something really cool and sent me a bunch of pens to give away to y'all, a bunch of fountain pens. So what we're going to do here is we're going to give away the second one. If you weren't around for the first one, we're kind of doing this blindly. There's 4 pens left. You can pick 1, 2, 3, or 4. I'll hold them up. It's kind of blind draw, right? We'll just hold it up here, and you can pick whatever's in the bubble wrap. You can choose. And then I will mail it to you, courtesy of my friend Glyph. We prefer newer, less experienced fountain pen users enter this. You know, if you own a Nikaya, don't enter, right? That's kind of a defining marker here. So let's get this going. We'll open this one up. So this is pin number 2. We will give away pin number 3 tomorrow, and then we'll give away 4 and 5 on Thursday. So here we go. So exclamation point raffle. Anyone can win. I will ship this worldwide. You don't have to be a follower, a member, subscriber. Just gotta like cool things. You gotta like cool pens. Yeah, and I hope you enjoy this pen, and I hope it. Yeah, like anyone can enter. Like we want to get these pens into like a new user's hands, or someone who's like learning about pens, or wants to get their first like nice fountain pen, you know, things like that. So yeah, please, anyone can enter. But you know, we want to try to get these into other people's hands that can really check these out. Does that mean it is a Nikaya? No, it means I'd run away if it was a Nikaya. Nice fountain pen. I'm like 2 bad days away. Is that good or bad? I'm 2 bad days away from ordering Lamy 2000. I don't know to say congratulations or oof. Like, is that good or bad? I don't know. Oh, you can't double enter the raffle. It doesn't count. It doesn't count multiple entries. So you can type it 10 times. It's only going to be one in there. Have I told you I hate the new Twitch layout? Because I can't even mute this. Like, I'm just checking out like what's out there, and I can't even mute it.
I actually prefer dogs over cats, but it's just cats are so.
There it is. Mute. All right. Oh man, I didn't even use the right tags today. All right. Is that a wrap here? All right, that's a wrap. Let's pick a winner. Let's pick a winner. Ready? Bloomin's Book Club. Again, we talked the bot into it. That twice today. Totally rigged. Rigged. We have a rigged emote for a reason, chat. The bot likes to be sweet talked. The bot is listening to what y'all say in the chat and sometimes picks out the person, more than sometimes, picks out a comment related. Oh my gosh. Totally rigged. All right. Bloomin's Book Club. All right. This is how we're going to do it. You're going to have to pick one. All right. So I'm going to hold them. We're going to go in order. 1, 2, 3, 4. So this one's kind of dark. It's got gold trim. I think this is one of the ones that's got a sticker on it still. Yeah, still got a sticker on it. So we don't exactly know what color these all are. Just for the future, I love the bot, right? All right, so this is kind of a darker rhodium clip model. And this is obviously a yellow with rhodium trim pen. And this looks kind of like an orangey-ish brown. Again, kind of probably similar to the top one, just a different color. Also still has a sticker on. So is there any way you can pick 1, 2, 3, or 4? So like dark with gold trim, dark with rhodium trim, yellow with rhodium trim, orangish brown with gold trim. You think you'll take one? So this one. Okay. All right, can we open it? Can we open it and see what it is? So this is like the darker one with gold trim, still got a sticker on it. This is the second glyph pen, Andrew. Yep, all right, we're gonna open it. Must be Pilots. I don't think it's Pilot. The sticker's really big. All right, let's open it and see what we got here. Dang. Italia. Sticker says, what does that say? Italics? Stalix? It's heavy. Italics. Nice. Oh, it's a medium stub? What is going on here? All right, again, like super brand new. Medium, it says medium stub. That looks like a 1.1, 1.9. It's weighty, like it's almost like a brass barrel. Yeah, like there's some metal in here. That's interesting. The color is really nice. So that's the color. Yeah, this is crazy. Brand new. Again, this is literally brand new. Really pretty pen. I've never seen a nib just marked medium for a stub. That's pretty cool. Their brass core, yeah, it feels like it. Even the grip section. Even the grip section is metal. Yeah. Very, very nice. That's cool. This is a great size. Like, this is my kind of size pen, right? It's like a medium size. Really nice. Well, thank you, Glyph. I really appreciate it. Again, someone shoot that link in the chat and understand why we're doing this. And definitely thank Glyph for their support and allowing me to participate in this. All right, we gotta get a new sticker. And thanks to L, yes, for sure. So I hope L gets some enjoyment and some pleasure from this, Glyph, and please pass on our well wishes. All right, we got other corgis. We have more corgi butts. They're just different shaped. Book buddies. Field Notes Summer Edition just launched on Tuesdays now, huh? Shoot the link in here, Corinne. We'll pull it up in just a second. And I'll reserve my thoughts for the podcast tomorrow, but I'll at least take a look with y'all. All right. I mean, Rufus. Oh, I forgot. This is the one with Toby on it. Look, Toby. It's you. He didn't even look at me. He perked up his ears, but didn't turn his head at me. So that's Toby there. Except that's not my Toby. We're going to use Rufus. What's funny, or not funny, is how many of these stick to the board there. Let's put this back. All right, Rufus, stay. Oh, Rufus did not stay. All right. Oh, wow, that's like several. All right, Bloomins. Email me your shipping address, hello@penaddict.com. Just put in there the blue italics pen, if you don't mind. When you email me, tell me that you won the blue italics pen. I'm pretty sure I'll remember, but just if you don't mind doing that for me, that would be most helpful. It's a 5-packs Great Lake theme. Nice. All right, chat. Let's see. Do we have anyone to throw it to today? Bats is streaming. Who else is streaming? Yana's streaming. Sienna's streaming. Let's see. Tomorrow, we're podcasting at our normal time. 10 a.m. Eastern. Then we'll stream. We'll give away the next Glyph pen. Thursday, we'll be streaming again, 10 a.m. Eastern. Whoa, I just went blurry. We'll give away 2 more Glyph pens. And I forgot to use the stationery tags today. Let's see. I'm trying to see. Oh, Mike is live. Did Mike just go live? Oh, yeah. We'll check out Mike's current link. Let's throw it over to Mike today. Check out some current link stuff. All right. Thank y'all for hanging out. Really appreciate it. This was a fun stream. I cleaned up some of my desk. Schmevlin, we did not miss you. Psych. Of course, we miss from Evelyn. Yeah, I'll be writing the podcast tomorrow. Anything y'all want me to talk about, get your questions in. Shoot me an email, hello@penaddict.com. I got to write that up. I got a Pen Addict rating for Pen Addict members I'm doing. I have an interesting pen for that. Chad, it is a pen this time. Yeah, so I'll just be working the rest of the afternoon. If y'all want to stop by, say hey. Shoot me an email. Let me know what you want to talk about. Thank you all so much for hanging out. Spotify ? I don't know what you mean. Or maybe you're not even talking to me. I just pick up the where is the podcast? Anywhere you listen to podcasts. Like literally anywhere. You go to relay.fm/penaddict and you can find the links to all the different podcast platforms. I've just caught up to your questions now. So yeah. Anywhere you get your podcasts, you will be like, Gray Web. One of these days, I'm going to catch a Gray Web stream. They make the coolest plotter art with a lot of pens. We're going to do this, Gray Web. One day. I'm going to go look at your schedule now while I'm thinking about it. All right. See y'all later. Bye.